Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this? What is it? Sunday night, Sunday, April 9th, 2023. How are you all doing, huh? Is your Easter Sunday going fine? What did you do? You had the Easter eggs or whatever else you did, right? What is Easter, by the way? I kind of know what Easter is. It's a Christian religious thing, right? Uh, isn't that when Christ the Lord actually came back from the heaven? Is that what it is? I have no freaking idea. All right. So I just took it easy today, because yesterday I was out. Not out, but yesterday I was out with some family, for dinner, and then today I was just on the phone with my wife, and I went to the bagel shop out in the mall, right, in Bayonne Mall, whatever the hell that is, that place, right, and then I realized that shit, you know what? Since I have a little bit of time today, I should go to IKEA and pick up a small, desk chair, right? Which I did, and IKEA is obviously, it's one of the worst places to actually go and shop. They claim to be so sophisticated and, they're Scandinavian and this and that, right? But it's just so freaking weird that it's not like an ordinary store, like Walmart, right? Or one of those, right? Where you can just go in and, find an aisle, pick up your stuff, put it in the cart, right? And then you go to the checkout, right? It's not like that. IKEA is like so they have the goddamn showroom. You have to go through the goddamn showroom. So you have to look at every piece of whatever, They have bedroom showrooms. They have like fucking kitchens and this and that. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not going to do that. So I basically cut the line and I said, I'm just going to go to where the office chairs are, right? And I picked one, which was on sale, right? And then I built it. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it in the back? Huh? But in any case, so I did that, and then I had picked up some Chinese food from Panda Express, right? And I had that, and then I also had that goat, chivo, the Spanish one, with rice, the leftover. I still had that, so I had that for dinner. So that basically was my dinner, right, for tonight. I'm doing this podcast late. I'm sorry. I was just finishing up some work, because the problem, it's not a problem, sir. We're getting busier and busier, so it's good to just get some things done before the beginning of the week, right? Although I think many people are off tomorrow because it was Easter, although it's not an official holiday. It's not a government-issued holiday. But I'm not sure if any of my workers are taking the day off. I'm not sure. So what else is going on? So yeah, I had dinner with my sister, her husband, and a couple of other friends. Another couple. you know. And I was telling my wife, I mean, that was yesterday, that listen, I just don't feel like going because it doesn't make any sense for me to go there by myself, you know, when, you know, she's not here. It sucks, man. Totally sucks, you know, when we are supposed to be together, you know. So that's what happens in long distance relationships, sir. Okay. Well, I mean, I love her, and you know, and I just, again, you know, I just realized that we should be together, and I'm gonna fly my goddamn Millennium Falcon. See the Millennium Falcon? I got this, by the way, when I was down in Orlando. I went to the Disney, right? See the whole ship. This is the crew cabin, right? Cockpit, radar, and all that. The gun, right? See the gun. So, and then the engines in the back, right? In any case, I forget it. Do I sound like a kid? You know, still like in the universe of the Star Wars. Well, is there a new Star Wars movie coming out, by the way? Speaking of which, I'm sorry. No, what I'm saying is that, you know, I just feel like maybe if I had a fucking Millennium Falcon or something like that, I could just fly and bring her here, right? Bring my wife here. Well, that's just a dream, sir. Well, why don't we have flying cars yet? Just like in goddamn, which movie is that? Like Blade Runner. So Blade Runner 2017, right? The first one, which came out in 1983, right? Didn't it have those flying cars that Deckard, you know, Harrison Ford, with the LAPD, right? Had that, you know, with the origamis, right? Where you could fly it or you could also drive it, right? And then the second one with Ryan Gosling, right? I mean, you know, they had that same thing, right? I'm hoping that they would have some, you know, they would come up with something like that. Although we have, you know, we have companies like Jetson, right? Jetson is a Swedish company that makes these what do you call the flying drones, right? You can actually fly them, you know, just one person drones, right? But those are expensive. I think Jetson drones. Let's find out Jetson drones. How Jetson personal Jetson personal drone, right? Jetson 1. It's called Jetson Aero, right? So Jetson Aero, I'm looking at their website, and these are fucking amazing. So it can take up to 86 kilograms, right? And the flight time, obviously, with the battery is about 20 minutes. So 20 minutes, and the top speed is about 102 kilometers per hour, right? So 102 kilometers per hour in 20 minutes, half of that is what? 50 kilometers. Let's say 40 kilometers, right? So 40 kilometers you can do. 40 kilometers is what, like about 25 miles. You can do fucking 25 miles with this thing. All right. So if you are working, let's say if I have to go to a construction site, right, in here in New York City, which are within like let's say 6 mile radius, right, I can go to like 3-4 construction sites on this drone as opposed to like fucking driving, right? Because it has the you know, the flight time is with the battery is 20 minutes. So basically I can get to one site like within 10 minutes. Can you believe that? Well, sir, you can't do that here in New York because the problem is, again, the problem is that because it's the urban area, and urban areas are not conducive for these goddamn drones, right? But I hope that this becomes a what do you call, a reality, you know, because I mean, that's the future, right? That's the future, and I hope it's now. It's not the future, sir. It's now. But these jets and drones are like freaking expensive. Jesus Christ, it's like $92,000. Well, I can't afford to buy this. But in any case, so if I have to fly one of these, right? Then I have to get my private pilot license. I can't say that because otherwise my wife would kill me. But I think I'm interested. Didn't I say that Arkansas, a state like Arkansas, is actually doing something? But in any case, so I think some people are trying to make it a reality. It's price increase for new clients. Due to inflation and increased cost of production, we are raising the price of the Jetson 1 to $98,000. Jesus Christ, I can't buy that shit. I could fly it, but no, I can't buy it. No. So in any case, I think I can fly this probably in one of those Midwestern states, right? Where it's only just land and land and land and no like freaking population, right? Not even houses. Maybe just like cornfields, right? Corn that feeds the cattle of America. Or don't we actually export corn to like countries like China and those, right? All right, okay, so without getting into that discussion, all right, so that's what Jetson is, Jetson 1, right? And I don't know, maybe this is something that's going to happen soon, although, people like Elon Musk, they are not in big favor of like these personal drones, I mean, Elon Musk, obviously, he's going to promote his own shit, right? Like electric cars. Speaking of which, speaking of the electric cars, all you liberal hippies up there, not up there, sir, out there, right? Have you actually looked into where the batteries come from for these cars? What kind of a nuisance these batteries are? Once your car battery dies, you know what happens? It goes into the fucking landfill. You can't reuse it. No, you can't. And then forget, well, not forget, sir. And just imagine the nuisance and then the effort and, where the material for these car batteries come from. Like cobalt. Isn't cobalt the major element of car batteries? What is the major element of car batteries, right? So you know how they talk about everybody should have an electric vehicle, right? And people don't understand. First of all, I don't want to. Well, I mean, sorry. I don't really want to turn my podcast into like a rant on why the electric cars are a nuisance for the environment, right? But that's the reality. Okay, so here, this is what it says, right? Emery's mine. Where the hell is that? Okay, so many may not be aware, but the major component of the lithium-ion batteries used in Tesla electric cars is actually not lithium, but in fact it's graphite. Graphite, isn't that carbon? Strangely enough, all the focus in recent years has been on lithium when it comes to battery material. One will often read headlines about mining giants Albemarle. Whatever the oh Jesus fucking Christ! Why am I going into this discussion here? All right, so hardly anything could be unearthed in the media related to graphite, especially in North America. What? So graphite is the major component in Tesla batteries? Is that what it is? Material used in electric car batteries. All right, so there are a range of materials being used in batteries for electric vehicles. Lithium-ion batteries utilize the majority of lithium-ion. All right, lithium-ion and then nickel metal hydride, right? But where the hell is the graphite? Huh? Lithium ion, okay, so and then lithium sulfur, right? Lithium oxygen. Sources and further readings. Okay, I'm not going to these goddamn readings. I don't have time. The key minerals in an EV battery. Key mineral. Okay, so key mineral in an EV battery. Breaking down the key minerals in an EV battery. All right. The battery material mixtures. Also, graphite. There we go, sir. The cells in the average battery with a 60 kilowatt hour capacity, the same size that's used in Chevy Bolt. Chevy Bolt is a very small car, right? It's like the one I had, right? I had the Toyota Yaris. So it says that the Chevy Bolt, which is the electric one, contained roughly 185 kilograms of material. 185 kilograms of material. This figure excludes materials in the electrolyte binder type. Okay, so this is what it is, right? Graphite is 28% graphite. There you go. And then aluminum, 18%. Nickel, 15% of our changed. Copper in there. And then cobalt. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Graphite is, I think graphite is there too. What the I mean, so cobalt and lithium, right, are only 4 and 3%. But they are the cathodes, right? Anodes and cathodes. Remember your electric, high school electricity 101, right? All right, okay, so looks like graphite is used, but then you also need lithium and cobalt, right? So there you go. So that's my 101 on like these batteries, right? Where the hell I was going with this? Okay, so I guess I went from one topic to the other. I'm sorry. Where I was going with this was that I think that these car batteries are a nuisance. Okay, so if you think that you're going to buy an electric car, right, and you may be able to afford it, right? I can't afford it, first of all, and I don't know where the fuck to charge it, right? Maybe downstairs in our parking lot we have the charging stations, but I can't afford to buy an electric car. Okay, so that's one thing, right? And then when the car batteries die, you can't basically, reuse them. You can't send them back to the fucking, Tesla's battery factory and, to reuse them, right? Or remake them, refurb, whatever the hell term. You get my point, right? And then we don't have goddamn charging stations, just like we have, for example, gas stations, right? So, and then how long it takes you to go to a gas station and, fill in gas? 10 minutes at the top? Not even 10 minutes, right? If this is a long line, then I understand that. But most of gas stations, it takes me a few minutes to fill up, pay with the card, and get the hell out of there, right? Now, if you have an electric vehicle, right, and you're going somewhere like, on a long trip, right? Let's say if you're going from here to, let's say, Washington, D.C., right? So that's about 3 hours, 3 hours and change, right? Let's say 4 hours, right? with traffic and all that. So now you have to basically find a charging station right in between. So then you have to basically charge your car, let's say halfway, right, midway. And then the problem is you have to sit there at least for like 20 minutes, half an hour for it to be charged, right? What the hell are you going to do? Walk around like an idiot, Oh, my car's, its battery is charging, so I'm just going to walk around in the station. Are you going to be just are they going to build like this station with like Dunkin' Donuts where you can just, oh, you know what, I can sit down, or one of those like, god damn it, like, like maybe like Starbucks, I have no freaking idea, where you can, while your car is charging, you can just like get some coffee, or maybe get some food, some sandwiches, McDonald's. Is that what's going to happen? I don't think so. uh so that's the other fucking problem, right? What are you going to do, huh? So I think we have been trying to put the goddamn cart in front of the goddamn horse when it comes to these electric vehicles. I understand that. I mean, listen, if you have a house, and you're not going anywhere, and you can charge your car, right, anytime, and you charge it overnight, and then you can drive it, right? But uh, I'm just going to leave this as an open discussion, you know. So electric vehicles, the batteries are a nuisance, right? And where the cobalt is mined, forget all that whole story. Jesus Christ, wherever the mines are, right? Where the kids are basically are used to mine these in Africa. Is that what it is? In Congo, cobalt and all that, right? Lithium. Where the hell the lithium comes from, sir? No freaking idea. Okay, so that's it. I think I just wasted like 10 minutes of my podcast on this stupid thing, but I think it's a good idea for everyone to know when all these hippies out there, they're talking about, oh, we're going to save the environment and we're going to save this by having electric cars. Well, it's not that simple. Actually, it is that simple. Means electric cars are not as hunky-dory, environmental friendly and, human friendly, all that. They are not. That's the whole point, all right? Jesus, what's that? Oh, that's that Bluetooth battery. I mean, the speaker I have connected to my computer over there. All right, so what else is going on? What else do I want to talk about tonight? Um, Long weekend. I mean, long week ahead, not a long weekend. I guess for some of you it is the long weekend. But I'll be working, this whole goddamn week. And I just think that sometimes, yeah, I get the burnout, right? I get the burnout from work, and that's what I basically do, except if I'm out with friends or something. Other than that, I'm just home and just working, dude. If it's late, I'm gonna be, for example, just watching like whatever the show I'm watching, right? Oh, I've been watching. Speaking of which, all right, okay. So, speaking of which, didn't I say that first of all, when I look at the Millennium Falcon, which is in front of me on my kitchen island, right? And then I'm thinking, is the new Star Wars coming out? What happened to? Okay, so wasn't the last Star Wars where Luke Skywalker actually died? Is the new Star Wars movie coming out? Right? So, Rogue Squadron. Oh, Rogue Squadron. Okay, so okay. So it looks like that's just a freaking, I think, anthology movie, right? Isn't that what it is? Upcoming movies. There's a lot coming to the galaxy far, far away. October 20th, 2022 marked the 10-year anniversary of Disney's purchase of the Star Wars property. Oh, so Disney purchased it, right? 10 years ago. All right. So, all right. So the last one was Rise of Skywalker, right? But then what the hell happened after that, sir? No freaking idea. Okay, so it says the series will return to Disney. Star Wars Visions was released in September. Yeah, okay. So there are going to be some like animated movies. I mean shows. It looks like it's just an anthology movie. It's called Rogue's Squadron, right? Which is what's going to come out on, I guess that's coming up, right? 2023 December. All right, okay. So I have been watching Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy, great fucking show, you know. And that's a fucking great show, you know. Quintessential American biker gangs show, you know. I mean, I'm not a bikers. I don't have a bike, you know. But it's a fucking great show, you know. That I've been binge watching and you know, before I pass the fuck out, right? So that's what I've been doing. What else is going on, everyone? Anything new? I mean, am I sounding like too freaking boring for everyone? Because it seems like there's not a lot going on in the world of what, like the space travel and all that. What's happening? Do I have the NASA app on here? Science. Okay, here we go. So NASA, let's find out. NASA. Okay, so if you go to NASA app, it says missions, schedules, and sightings, right? Hubble, James Webb Space Telescope, right? Perseverance, Mars rover. I think that goddamn rover is still there, right? What is Quest? Okay, NASA's aeronautical innovators are leading a government industry team to collect data that could make supersonic flight over land possible. Okay, so didn't we have those supersonic Concords? Remember those goddamn planes which were basically flying over the speed of the sound, right? The Quest mission has two goals. One, design and build NASA's X-59's research aircraft technology that reduces the loudness of a sonic boom to a gentle thump to people on the ground. Oh, I see. So when you are above, I guess, sound, speed of sound, then what? It becomes too loud? Is that what it is? Okay, so that's what they're going to do. Looks like there's something new, at least for me. They're going to come up with supersonic research aircraft. All right, and what else? What happened to that probe that actually they sent to goddamn near the sun? Did sun actually destroyed it? Destroyed, sir, not destroyed it. That's a good question. You know, they sent a probe, right, into the heliosphere. Isn't that what it was? Heliosphere, right? NASA's heliosphere probe. Heliosphere probe. What was it called? Voyager 2 probe enters interstellar space. Oh, Voyager. I mean, we know where the Voyagers are, right? Voyagers are still alive, sir. Remember Voyager 1, Voyager 2? They're still alive. Means they are still going out into the goddamn universe. So basically they have I think Voyager 2 at least. Okay, so this is from December 2018, right? So Voyager 2 has already 3 years ago entered the interstellar space. Means so whichever the next star is right next to us, the space between that star and our star, right? That's the interstellar space. That's where Voyager 2 is. I think we're still getting signals from Voyager 2. Can you believe that? Can you fucking believe that? So here we go. So Voyager 2 was actually, you know, when Voyager 1 and 2 were actually set 1970s. Jesus Christ. So 70s. But what the hell I was looking for? Oh, the interstellar mission, Voyager 1, solar terrestrial probes. Okay, so solar terrestrial probes. So there was one I know that launched in, hold on a second, MMS? No, Jesus Christ. Oh, whatever. But so there was a mission where they actually sent a probe into the closer to the sun than we ever been, where it was supposed to I guess study the you know, the solar flares and then the storms and all that, right? It might have been basically just eaten up alive by sun. I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to give you guys wrong information, but that's what it was supposed to do, right? Now, other than that, the Artemis program, I think that's the biggest one, right? The biggest one is the Artemis program, right? Artemis program is the one that's going to apparently take us, I think, first to the moon. With Artemis missions, NASA will land the first woman and first person of color on the moon using innovative technology. Why do we have to bring race into this goddamn thing, or gender? Jesus Christ. Alright, okay, so, I mean, doesn't matter. I think we should basically have a base on the goddamn moon, right? Who cares who goes there? But we have to have a base on the moon, right? I think that's when is this planned? When is this planned? Artemis is planned for what day, sir? Okay, starting in 2022. When will we get there? And throughout the decade, we will send a suite of science instruments and technology demonstrations to the lunar surface through commercial lunar payload deliveries. What does that mean? So SpaceX is going to deliver shit for NASA into the moon for now. I know freaking idea. Okay, so lunar South Pole. At the moon, we will find and use water and other critical resources needed for long-term exploration. Investigate the moon's mysteries and learn about our home planet and the universe. Learn how to live and operate on the surface of another celestial body where astronauts are just 3 days from home. Prove the technology we need before sending astronauts. Yeah, this should have been done like 50 years ago. When we first got there, right? This should have been done a long fucking time ago. Yeah, and then what happened, sir? And then we had the goddamn Cold War, right? That's everybody just focus on the fucking Cold War, right? And so now I think it's time to go to the moon, and then from the moon, I think we can actually have a mission finally to Mars, right? And there you go. That's it, humans. That's where we want to be, and that's the farthest we can go for now. Mars. Alpha Centauri, Proxima B. We can't go there. That's too fucking far. We don't have the technology, and I think I said this many times before that. The reason why the aliens are not here, or we are not on an alien planet, is simply because of the distances. and a lack of our technology. Even with the speed of light technology, we may have, which probably we may not. The the possibility of us getting to another planet which has life is very, very meager. Meager. Is that the word? It's very, very small. It's like extremely small, right? Unless we come up with something, unless we bend the fucking universe, right? Bend the space and time, and then it becomes, accessible through some fucking black hole, right? And then you enter point A, and then you come out at point B in some other part of our galaxy Milky Way, right? Simultaneously at the same time, right? Not at the same time, sorry, within a second, right? But we don't have that technology, and so here we are, all alone, all alone. What is this song? Somebody, isn't that one of those like classic rock songs? All alone, we are alone, and we don't have any neighbors to actually talk to beyond our Earth, right? But who the fuck knows? I mean, this universe is so vast. I mean, saying without actually invoking the Fermi paradox, just saying that we are the only ones here, it's senseless. Doesn't make any fucking sense for us to be alone. So if the aliens are here, then they have come through some other fucking means other than spaceships. All right, that's the only way. So and then just adding to that, if we are going to become some sort of a species, right, advanced species, advance in a sense that advance in on a galactical scale, right? What the hell do we have to do? We have to be more efficient, energy efficient. No, well, we have to be all that, but I think we have to be on par with like some sort of a like an alien, protocol of like being a class 2 civilization. Is that what it is? As opposed to us being like almost like less than class 0, class 1 civilization, right? And we can't even harness our own like stars energy, right? So what would that take for us to be a class, let's say a class 1 civilization? I think if you listen to someone like Michio Kaku, right? Dr. Michio Kaku, he talks about like fucking, us having a global, like, one language and this and that, right? And English being our global language to speak, and also then harnessing, somehow harnessing our energy from our star, right? Somehow, is that what it is? To be a class 1 civilization, and then class 2 is basically, you control your whole, I don't know, I don't know if you control the weather. Is that what it is? Something like that, right? And then what happens is that when you become a class 3 civilization, you basically harness every bit and bite of like fucking energy from your own star, right? And maybe that's when we will have the technology to actually push these ships through the through the Milky Way by creating some sort of a fucking space bender, huh? Isn't that a movie? All right, so yeah, I've been watching. Sorry, I'm just like, I apologize. I'm just jumping from one topic to the other, and just like it's already midnight, and I want to close this podcast, and I had to freaking post it. Oh, by the way, so speaking of which, so now I'm gonna post my podcast on Spotify. So yeah, I'm going Spotify, and I do. I think I posted like last two on Spotify. Not that I don't know. I don't have any audience there. The problem with Spotify is that I mean it's good. It's pretty good for podcasting, and obviously a lot of people on there. But you can't listen to somebody's podcast without having an account. So you have to open an account. It's free. Obviously, you don't have to pay anything. But like it's like if you want to watch something on YouTube, do you have to have a fucking account? I mean, if you want to watch something that actually contains something explicit, right, where they don't want you to see because maybe it's not for under 18, right? Year olds. So then that's the only time maybe you know that's the only time maybe you would need to log in, right, to YouTube. But the problem with Spotify is that you have to just create an account and log in. They want you to log in and be their what like the generous member. No, not generous, sir. Be their faithful. Is that what it is? Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, because I listen to Joe Rogan. Religiously speaking, and obviously his podcast is on Spotify, right? So I have an account. But if you want to be a podcaster on Spotify, you have to have a separate account, right? If you want a podcast, so that's what I did, and I can basically upload my podcasts to Spotify. I had to figure out how to do that because I don't want to do the work twice on YouTube and fucking Spotify, right? Why the fuck do I do that? So I'm thinking to maybe just like post it on like Spotify because this also has the video platform, and that's it. That's it. I don't have to. Maybe I'm leaving fucking YouTube. Is that what it is? This is like the natural way for me to leave YouTube. I just like everybody else. I have no fucking idea. Just for my podcast, I'm not leaving YouTube because if I still do other videos, okay, occasionally speaking, such as like the cooking or something as DIY, something DIY, right? And so I would still be on YouTube, but let's see. I mean, if somehow I can link my podcast on YouTube, and maybe I'm sorry on Spotify, and just fucking link it to like YouTube somehow, right? I think I can do that. There is something in there in Spotify. I'm sorry, maybe it's just too fucking boring. Maybe that's what I'm sounding like now at this time of the fucking night. It's like already like 7 minutes past midnight. All right, okay. So sorry, I apologize if I'm gonna post my podcast. Whoever, like 10 listeners out there, whoever's listening to this, right? Then you might have to actually open an account in Spotify. But I will still be on YouTube. I think I'm going to be, at least for this episode, until I figure it out a way to do this simultaneously on both, right? All right, okay. So what else is going on? Is the world coming to an end? I hope not. Weather. Oh my freaking god, dude! I walked. My wife was on the phone with me. I walked in my neighborhood. Right, it's such a nice walk, right, along Hudson, and then it's like a walkway and also a bike path, right? And you can see a lot of people jogging and biking, and obviously, and walking, you know, and you can see the Statue of Liberty and then downtown Manhattan, right? All those, the skyline, right? and then on the left side, is the PGA golf course, the PGA scale golf course. I need to get into that fucking golf course. You know why? Because this is like my backyard here. Why do I have to go to like fucking 9-holer, right? In like Skywest. But this is kind of upscale, upscale. So I don't think I can actually get in there. Also, given the fact that, I'm a rookie. I'm a rookie golfer, But I think the weather actually this week is actually nice. And I was I was hanging out the other night with my friend, and oh shit, well, I mean, maybe this is just too personal. I don't want to say anything. Today is 63 degrees. Oh, holy shit. So, so looks like it's just summer now. You know what I mean? No, sir. Wednesday is back to 48 because we have like 83 degrees on Friday. 80 fucking 3 degrees on Friday. 73 degrees on Saturday. There you go. So that's the day when I'm going to go back to golfing, sir. All right? Go back to golfing. I'm going to play golf. It says 30% chance to rain, but that's fine. I can't do it on Friday because I would rather work on Friday and just get shit done, and then just, play over the weekend, right? Or Sunday's cloudy 71 degrees. Oh my God, this is like freaking summer is here, huh? No spring. Although, we are back to fucking 48 degrees on Wednesday, which is not good. So, yeah, so I don't think I can get into this golf course. Maybe I can. I mean, if I know somebody, who plays there, and somehow I can, like build some sort of, whatever. Like a friendship, maybe, like, hey man, so I live here in Port Liberty, and I was wondering if I could, if I could join this golf club, and how is that possible? I mean, well, I think I need to know someone. That's what it is. You need to know someone in order to play there, because it's not a public, it's a private golf course, extremely, right? So is the goddamn Bayonne golf course is also private, right? And so I think for now I just have to stick with with Skyways or one of those courses on Staten Island. That's it. So there we go. Weather is nice this week, and all you people out there in Northeast who are, being miserable as I was, because winter here is like, it is miserable. Even today, although it was sunny, I had to have my jacket on, the big one. And even, I had to put the hoodie on, and it's just like fucking cold, dude. And especially, this area, our area, because we are basically surrounded by water, Hudson River, and then Atlantic Ocean, and we have a lot of birds, goddamn stupid birds, but it's their habitat. We came before. We came after. It has been their habitat for whatever thousands of years, and then we came after, right? Whatever. Okay, we have to cohabit. Is that what it is? We have to live in cohabitance, sir, with birds and what else is out there in the goddamn environment, right? That's what it is. All right, so I've been watching Sons of Anarchy, and it's a fucking great show. It's not a science fiction show, and it's an old show. I never watched it, because I was just fucking partying all the fucking time. I guess that's what I wanted to do. Back in the days, start back in the days. So, is there anything else I want to talk about before I close my podcast? It's already 50 minutes, you know. I think the human life. Okay, so I think I always say something about human life and what it means to be here, you know. What it means to be here on this goddamn planet is first we were born here, obviously, all of us, right, including myself. But then what does it even mean to be here, you know? What is the purpose? What is our purpose besides just living, you know, day-to-day chores and, loving, whether you're loving a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever, right? Or, your family, or sometimes, things go sideways or south, then you got to deal with that, right? So what it means to actually live a human life, it's an extremely delicate topic. It's an extremely delicate topic. Like, what's the purpose? I mean, what is our purpose here, Besides, oh yeah, well, we were born, with all this junk, and, like we were, monkeys first, and then we came out and became the humans, right? Now, how did we become humans from monkeys? I mean, that's an obvious question. Terence McKenna has the stone ape theory, right? Which is that stoned ape theory is that the monkeys, when they came out of the African jungle, our ancestors, right? They found these mushrooms on the whatever grass or whatever, right? And they started eating them, and some of them were psychedelic, and that's when they actually start tripping, right? And that actually gave them some sort of advantage, right? And then, some of the psychedelics do actually, I think, rewire the brain, and then the, what do they call the the neurons? The neuron connections are called something. They're called dendrites. One of those, right? Those are rewired when you take a psychedelic, right? And I think that probably helped them. But I think the most plausible reason, which is proved, is that we became humans. Are humanoids from monkeys, is because we discovered fire. We discovered fire and we started cooking. Cooked food is just so nutritional, much more nutritional than like cooked meat and all that, right? Than like raw, right? So there you go. That's when we started to actually increase the number of neurons in our brain. There you go. So that's much more plausible than Terence McKenna's stoned ape theory. That I believe in that. I think that probably also might have happened. I mean, if you read the history of the Greeks, they had the Eleusinian mysteries, where they were basically dancing, and they had these huge parties, and they were drinking wine, and then with the wine they had something else in there, which actually gave them some sort of a mysterious kind of like a cultish, what do you call the, way of like, thinking beyond, and that's why we have this civilization, and same thing in the whole thing with the prophets and all that. I think it's something that's mysterious that we don't know. I think some people are trying to figure out in terms of like, okay, so if some, alien, ship came here, well, I don't think it did ever come, but whatever happened also had to do somehow with uh, with what people were ingesting, right? I mean, wine and alcohol, and this has been with us since the dawn of the ages, right? Dawn of the apes. But then I think we also had other, like, psychedelics in there, and that actually helped us shape maybe our own philosophy of thinking, even religion. Although religion, I think, for most part, uh, was not understood. Was not really understood. Just like, people say, oh, we have some sort of a deity who has created this universe and all that. But that, that's an easy thing to say in our own human language. But then, what is that deity, right? See, so that's where the lack of communication, our communication, or even our own language fails to understand that. And I think if you take like a psychedelic, then that boundary blurs between our understanding of the universe and everything else based on our own language. And then we start to realize something else, which would be, oh, wait a minute, besides our thinking and besides our language and besides our writing and art and all that, there's something else that we're trying to understand, and that is where the aliens are. Jesus. Maybe. So maybe, I mean, I think I said this many times. I think there is some other realm, and maybe that's where all the people are. Jesus. That's where all the, what do you call the, isn't that what I said last time? Dark matter. Dark matter is where everything else is. That's where the real world is. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? I mean, this may just be an illusion. And then the real world may just be as real as this reality. All right, so that's a possibility. Well, then that's a good news for all you people who believe in life after death, right? Okay, so there you go. I want to be skeptical on that because I have no idea. I have no idea what happens after people die. I don't care. That's not my problem. However, again, if a psychedelic can open our mind to other realms, and if we have some sort of an intrinsic psychedelic within our body that actually kicks in at the closure of, or at the time of the death, then we probably are basically, pushed through some other reality into another fucking, a tunnel into the another fucking reality. I think that's what it is. There you go. So, yeah, in that sense, I think you could say that, yeah, maybe there's some other fucking reality. Although, again, that's an unproven theory. Nobody has actually come back from the other side to say, holy shit, or whatever. Oh my God, I got scared, or whatever the fuck it is, right? Nobody has. So that's where I think the aliens have, created this fucking boundary, where, if you start having these fucking hallucinations and whatever, not, right, or not hallucinations, sir, what I'm saying is that if we had access to those realms and those realities, right, on our day-to-day basis, wouldn't we be going fucking crazy, right? Given what we have to do here in this reality, which is basically, oh, we have to, work, and we have to feed ourselves, our kids, and whatever, right? You get my point. But I think that's where all the shamans are. I think, shamans. That's what they do. And people who are deeply into like meditation and all that, I think that's where they are too. I think, although I don't really kind of believe in that. Like, you can achieve the same thing through meditation, but it's probably going to take you like fucking forever. Why don't we just take a fucking psychedelic, sir? All right. I'm not saying that you should take a shortcut, but that's my podcast. I think it's already 1 hour, everyone. I presume you all are having a great Easter weekend, and I'll see you all next weekend or Monday.